国务院的总理都要我们中国外专局来组织外国专家的座谈会。这是在具体组织外专签计划的时候，是人社部的部长给专家颁发的特定的证书。这是我们在深圳外专国际人才交流大会上面，风俗部的领导给外专签人颁发的这个证书。对，这是外专局的局长在相关的一些参与的外专签计划的一些活动。这是特别证书给大家做个介绍。这是我们具体组织的一些相关的一些活动。组织外国专家座谈会啊，组织外国专家休假呀，组织一些活动，新政的联谊会、植树活动，这是为了形成这个具有国际竞争力的引才制度优势，中组部啊、人事部啊、外专局啊，就围绕这几个方面在加强工作。一是加速引进国家急需的高端人才，制定国家重点的引才目录，特殊人才采取特殊的政策。第二是建立海外高层次人才来华服务的保障机制。第三是建立健全引进外籍人才的法律法规，加强国际人才交流与合作。第五是加强国际人才组织、国际组织人才的培养和推送的这个工作。这是我们今后的工作方向，就充分发挥专家的作用，调动积极性为国服务。第二是利用专家的优势特长，培养中国科研人员与技术团队实现长期合作和经验的对话。第三是对专家及其家属的生活丰富上给予更多的关心与照顾，满足适合的要求，保证人身安全。第四，注重友谊交往和对外宣传，向专家介绍中国的实际情况、优秀文化、民族和培养公共外交的这个团队。我大概就汇报这些，希望今后我们能够加强跟 ACP 的联系，要以后取得大家的支持和合作。谢谢。
非常感谢易主任。下一位keynote speaker 是 Mr. George Mu. So he's the senior advisor of the White House Initiative on the Asian American and the Pacific Islands. So next, I'd like to invite the President of the team to briefly introduce Mr. Mu.
Right beside me.
Okay.
George Mu is the Special Advisor to the White House Initiative on the Asian American and Pacific Islander. So he wears two hats. He works on the White House Initiative programs, and he's also with the Department of Commerce, focusing on providing a consulting service for the minority businesses, and also try to help them with a strategy on how to create international and domestic partnership. So without further ado, let's welcome George for his speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'll just stand back here. I have some notes I want to check while I'm talking to you. Can you hear me okay without the microphone? Okay.
Better with microphone.
Better with the microphone? All right, I'll try to do the microphone. Thank you. Is it okay?
Yes.
All right, so I understand I have 10 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
We can leave some time for questions too.
Okay, I'm going to keep myself honest with my, otherwise I could be talking a long time. So, thank you very much again to have me. I want to take the opportunity to invite you to get to know my boss, Mr. Albert Shan. So in Chinese that will be Dai Lou Ban. I was born in Hong Kong and learned to speak Cantonese, but even that is not very good, I was told by my mom. So I'm going to use English if you don't mind. Do we need a translator?
No, everybody understand. Understand you.
All right, thank you very much. So what I want to do is to take the next 10 minutes to give you an overall summary of the White House Initiative on Asian American and Pacific Islanders, I also want to take the opportunity to share with you what we do at the White House Initiative in the what I call the business portfolio. That's what I do. And also our partnership with MBDA, U.S. Department of Commerce, MBDA, Exim Bank. We're really fortunate to have my mentor and colleague, Ms. Pat Louise from Exim Bank here. And also want to talk a little bit about our special projects happening now and how you as a, I also forgot to mention all the wonderful programs you have done in the last year. And particularly, I'm very interested in the business aspect of it. Your program to link U.S. and China business together. So I want to talk a little about how we could exchange ideas on how we work together to achieve our goal. And lastly, I want to do a very important things what I mentioned earlier with Mr. Albert Shem. This is a required activity and when Albert and I travel. Right, Albert?
Right.
Okay. So with that, the White House Initiative for Asian American and Pacific Islanders is a special unit at the administration. We report into the Secretary of Education, Mr. Arnie Duncan, a unit to help, explicitly to help Asian American and Pacific Islanders to gain access to federal government resources. And there we have basically 4 areas of coverage. One is immigration, education, healthcare, and business and economic development. And I'm fortunate enough that I've been assigned from Department of Commerce, MBDA, as a special advisor and business liaison to the Asian community across the country to first understand what issues are facing them. Secondly, how we could appropriately introduce them to different government agencies and how we could support them. And also particularly create programs that could enhance what we can do for the Asian community. And I am responsible for the business portfolio. I'm going to share with you what we do at the business portfolio. And to kind of, first with some activity and also different projects. So what I do at the White House Initiative is we have a special effort going on across the country to listen. We call it the listening sessions. So far since the 9 months I've been there, I've been to about 10 cities, talking to different business owners across different cities. And interesting enough, there are different set of issues depending on who you meet with, obviously. I am from Chicago and still live in Chicago. I work in Washington. I have a great relationship with the business people there. And they know what I do, and I tend to work with bigger businesses. Businesses who are as high as $200 or $300 million. So what they do is really look at opportunity for Asian American business to gain access to federal government contract, and also look for how they can expand their business globally. But as I traveled to different cities, as an example, I was in Cleveland. We met with about 25 business, and they're mostly new immigrants. And as I was talking through the business projects, and I talked about how we help them with doing business in government, how we do business in Asia, they said, George, I just need to know how to get a license in Cleveland if I want to start a restaurant. Why do I have to so many things to get approved before I open my business? So different business owners have different needs. So we try to kind of section out what we can do for them and how to engage them with different government agencies. It's important for me to point out, at least for this group, a particular project I'm working on. I'm working on with Albert and Ms. Pat Louis. This is what I call the Doing Business in Asia Initiative at the White House Initiative. What we're looking at is how to leverage the Asian American, in this case Chinese American. They understand their cultural heritage. They understand the business ethics, traditions, their relationship they have now. I find as I go across the country, a lot of Chinese American business, I'll use that example in this conversation, is that they do not leverage all the government resources we have in the U.S. federal government. In fact, they have great relations with the Chinese government because they understand how that works in China. And a lot of them don't even know we have 5 regional offices from the Department of Commerce. They have hundreds of employees. who are paid by the U.S. government to help them in China. So as you travel to Shanghai, let's say you want to do business in Shanghai, inside the Chinese Consul General Office, there's a U.S. Department of Commerce employee whose job is to help you as an American to do business in China. So what we want to do is really leverage that lack of understanding coupled with what we're trying to do to tie the two together. And one thing that I'm also on is I'm on the President National Export Initiative Task Force. We're always looking for what we call new exporter. And what we have is people right in front of us in our own community. We have a lot of Chinese Americans who are importing Chinese-made product into America. And I have an example of a Chinese American company in Chicago, a $100 million business. They import products into companies like Walmart, Target, fans, and different portable units. He has great relationship in China, great relationship in the United States. He has a group of people who handle logistics. So he could have all the resources and capability to do exporting too. This is where I say you turn the importer to the exporter, leveraging the relationship both in China and the United States and the infrastructure. This is how we create new exporter. That's an example that we try to use. In the business portfolio, I'm not sure how many of you are actually in business. How many of you are actually in business, entrepreneurship? All right, we've got quite a few. How many of you do selling products here or in China? How many of you are importing products? A few hands. How many of you do both? Okay, one hand. 2 hands. Okay, so the idea is really to leverage you to help expand export both for you and also for our community, Chinese American community, and also for America to create jobs. So we have actually 2 projects going on right now. One is to encourage you to use the U.S. Department of Commerce, what they call certified trade mission. That's as you travel to China. I know I was talking to Bing. This group actually go to China. Takes a delegation there. Want to let you know that in Department of Commerce we have an existing program called Certified Trade Mission. You just have to get it certified. We'll gain you access to our federal and Department of Commerce resources to help you set up meetings and so on. And the other concept on top of that is what we call follow-on trade mission. As some of you might know, she knows, our Secretary of Commerce just went to China with the Deputy Secretary of Energy. They in there to talk about how we could sell American product in the high tech, in the energy sectors and smart grid sectors. In that trade mission, our secretary and our delegate actually opened a lot of doors. What we want to do is make sure that businesses come along to take advantage of it. So what we encourage, in fact, we're working with one Asian American business, Chinese American business. Albert have managed to get her into delegation. She'll be holding a what we call foreign trade mission, where she's working with Department of Commerce to bring a group of Chinese American, Asian American, even American business to China to leverage the open door. So that's a very interesting concept that you might be able to take advantage of as you work through the process. The second thing that I'm working on at the White House in the business portfolio is the idea of helping Asian American gain access to construction. And if you talk to Albert later, you'll find out that Albert is actually the owner of construction engineering consulting firm. He has a lot of experience doing that. It's very challenging to find federal contracts. And what we're looking at is creating programs where we do some matchmaking to bring Asian American construction company, engineering company in front of potential government buyers, procurement officers, and more importantly, connect them with prime contractor. These are contractors like Turner. Turner Construction has a $9 billion contract with the city of Los Angeles to build a one-way, the new one-way, and then all the facility around it. We want Turner to be able to leverage our Asian American business as part of their constructions. And the third program I'm working with, you might not be interested, is working with the people of ground to help with the economic development. There's a lot of opportunity. Interesting to this group that one of the major economy in Guam is tourism. And the major target is the Chinese tourists. Right now, the infrastructure is set up not quite to the level of standard of the Chinese tourists. Chinese tourists have become very sophisticated. They have high demand of arrogance and also high demands of services. And they're looking to build 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotel in Guam to accommodate the Chinese tourists. So there are many opportunities that we could leverage to help build constructions, new hotels there. So these are things that we do at the White House Initiative. We communicate that to the Chinese American, the Asian American, and actually we expanded to include obviously the Pacific Islanders and also minority business because that's the agency I work with. So those are things that you could particularly participate as a group. I don't know exactly what your strategy for next year. We could certainly work together. And I could see right now, even this year, we could be working on a trade mission together to help you to create a successful trade mission to China. With that, those are the things that I like to talk to you about in our existing program. But there's also a program that you might be very interested in at Department of Commerce MBDA. We actually do working with what we call foreign investor, FDI investor. These are folks coming in from different countries to bring investment in the United States to help buy, sell, and create companies. And that's our opportunity to create jobs. So we at Department of Commerce MBDA, we actually have programs that can help facilitate the conversation of if you have a group of investors who want to invest in buying, selling companies and buying real estate, we actually have opportunity for you to come together with we're a very successful organization in Chicago called Associated Corporate Growth, where they have an opportunity to present to you company and from a lot of equity investment company that have company that you could potentially buy and purchase. So that's the other thing. And tomorrow Monday and Tuesday, this Sunday. So Monday and Tuesday, we are holding the APEC SME Summit in Georgia Tech. I believe Bing have sent some information out. This is where we bring Department of Commerce and the United States government is hosting this event. And that's one of the reasons the three of us are here. We are looking to bring you, if you're interested, together with I think about 200 or 300 American SMEs, small medium-sized company. And we're looking to bring you opportunity to learn from multinational corporations how to work within the corporate supply chain globally. And also you have opportunity to meet with SME from the 20 other APEC economies. So it's a great opportunity, and Ben will again send more information if you're interested. So those are the things I want to talk about, and I want to leave some time for a Q&A. And you have any questions on our program, we certainly want to, I could try to answer them. If not, I have two experts sitting there who could answer that too. Ben, you want to help facilitate any Q&A?
Okay.
You want to?
Any question? And yeah, please.
You mentioned, I want to know where we can find the resources. What is the website that we can find out to get help?
whitehouse.gov/AAPI.
AAPI. One more time.
Whitehouse.gov, White House, hello White House, .gov, government, /AAPI.
AAPI 就是 Asian American Pacific Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that website is not going to be very useful because it has a lot of information on it. Just call George.
What's your phone number?
63. I tell people 911 that they.
George, if you can send the link to me, I'm going to forward to everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And I have some business card here you could give you if you're interested. Don't forget, I can't give out business to everybody.
Okay.
Because it's paid by you, so we try to save money.
大家有什么问题也可以问易主任，关于外专签人计划也都可以。现在是这个问你的时间。
Also, since we have the honor to have Pat and also Albert Sheng here, and feel free to address any questions to them as well. And it's it's such a pleasure to have them all together. Okay.
可以再问一个吗？
再可以。
第二个问题是根据他那个千人计划啊，他
Okay.
讲说非华裔外籍专家。I want to 你可以解释一下吗？非华裔外籍专家，就是说，
就是祖籍是非华人的，
对，
在我们这个具体项目里面是对洋人的，就是
听起来很不开心。
是这样的，这个不是说因为这个项目本身是那个歧视华人，因为我们华人呢已经有一个叫做大千人，我们一共有5个平台，其中4个平台是专门对这个华人的，所以其中我们只有一小部分对洋人，对是对，是对。还是目前来讲，还是看对。
第二个千人计划，这个我们都提供了很多遍了，是不是国家有一个平台，方省、什么还有一个千人计划，是这样吗？
对，是那个各个省市为了这个响应国家这个千人计划的号召，应该说，也出台了很多吸引人才的政策，比如说像广东叫做领军人才。像我们山东也有特殊的这个人才，就是这个是国家的一个计划，这是国家的计划。
6个计划，只有1个给非华裔。对，
只有1个给非华裔的。这个当时就是因为我们非华。